make a fucking ticket, shall we?
put them in a position where people can perform and display their talents.
Every single day, I see tweets and I see posts about people asking about how to get involved in cosplay, how to get involved in casting, how to get a start as a content creator. And that's exactly what we're getting to the bottom of in this series. This is I Call Next, a deep dive into what it takes to level up your game.
Giving Rainbow Six players like you the spotlight, showing them how to press play on expanding their horizons in the gaming world.
Do you see your future in Rainbow Six? Hashtag I Call Next and tell us how you level up your commitment, whether it's playing the game or creating in the community. All you've got to do is press play.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to EU League. I know it's been a while since we've been all together here talking about the games and talking about Europe, the best region of them all, of course. But hey, there's been a bit of a drought. Unfortunately, Invitational was moved to May. But don't you worry, we got you covered this morning. APAC South started, and we're going to keep on going with EU League this evening. As you can tell, I'm sitting here at home, basically. So will the entirety of our casting career right now. We're going to still continue doing this. Hopefully, by the end of stage 1, we'll all be in Paris to use our wonderful, beautiful video, the studio, and all the equipment that we have on there, as you saw back in August when we first revealed it. Cannot wait for it, but of course, due to current circumstances with COVID and such, we're gonna have to deal with it as we go. However, you've seen I'm here. I'll be hosting the show through this year, but thankfully I will not be alone. I am joined by a whole host of wonderful people that I'm told really know their stuff about Rainbow Six. So please join me on the proverbial casting couch with everybody from our talent crew. It's Fluke,
Hello.
Jess, Ace, Hem, and
Des.
Desert Shoe, is it?
He's really close to the camera.
He's really close.
He really wanted to be involved.
He's taking the spotlight away from Ace's reveal, which is so Des-like as well. So
It's
this should be
honestly,
Des's
Des through and
moment.
through.
I'm so happy to have you here, Ace. I only got to meet you at Invitational very quickly a year or so ago, and here you are now, part of our crew here in EU and APAC North.
It's an absolute pleasure, Milosh. I've had a lot of fun over the last couple of days. Everybody has made me feel right at home. The only thing left is to now see some Siege.
Yep. And maybe Des at some point in time, but that's something for I know Des is fixing it as we speak, so ladies and gentlemen, don't you worry.
Start.
Don't you worry about it. That's the start to our season. Of course, we're going to have this pre-show segment just to talk about what happened over the past few months, kind of prepare you for the 2021 season. For that, let's take a quick look at what happened in November, our latest major in the winter for Europe. We'll go through. Hello, Des, he's here.
I'm back.
His eyebrows
Jess
are in too.
is heartbroken that I've returned. And yeah, the eyebrows did grow back, boys and girls. Don't worry. It wasn't 4 to 6 months like I got told. It was 4 weeks. Thank God.
Thankfully for all of us. Let's have a quick recap video of what happened in the November major and very quickly discuss it right after. See you in a moment. Winter when that has happened in the past. BDS, our French squad, up on the screen. They've done it before where they've gone down to the lower bracket, right? And they went all the way back up to win in the summer.
The tenacity of this team, in my opinion, is one of the single most important storylines for them.
I'm going to be very honest here. When you're in a best of 5, you admit defeat if you are not versatile on your maps. That's it. They don't really even care about it. Oh my God.
Oh, what an unfortunate disconnect. It's way...
The fire's still singing on the ground. There's nothing that they can do. BDS take the second round, despite, again, being that man down early on. Frenchiro definitely improving himself with 2 kills, make it a third as he swings onto Scyther. Frenchiro finds a 3K, sees one more, makes it a quadra kills, and this could be disaster for the side of Empire. 4-2 on the attacking half of Villa, put themselves into a commanding position going into the defensive side. This is panic stations for Empire.
Wild shots, and they do.
Oh, Renshiro, stop it! Find the next in good time and get a plant down at the same time, and in fact, a Pokeball comes out from Dan. But this is going to be interesting to see how the gunners on either side really stack up against one another and whether or not BDS can make some plants work on their attacking half. Croatian accent, speak out to us. Red Shearer's on a 3K.
One half of me says, please reverse sweep at BDS. This is a grand final. That's what we want.
Great mix of strategy for Empire, but also just BDS not being at the form that we're used to seeing. Either way, there's still a big chance for a reverse sweep. Bride is the last man alive, going for the plant. It's as simple as that for Empire.
BDS doesn't have control and Shepard still has his smokes.
He's long-arming it. It's one man left alive. Ren Shearer, you've got to do it now. He gets the kill, or almost does. But Empire, that timer hit 0, and there's the celebration from a couple of the players we were looking for. They are your European major champions for November with a solid 3-0 victory over BDS.
And there it was, the Winter Offensive, Team Empire coming out on top. Des, what a turn of events.
Wasn't it just? If anyone sat there and said, oh, here's a major feat to look forward to. By the way, Empire are going to take 5 maps against BDS and BDS are going to take 1, which was the split across the semi-final and that 3-0 grand final. No one would have believed you, but it goes to show that Empire aren't out of the picture. For the longest time, everyone was saying, oh, they're static, they're not really changing, they're not adapting. Here's your proof now that they are a team to really consider, and I'm really hoping this year that trend of improvement for the Russian machine.
But as you said, Des, I mean, it was the end of a long way back, wasn't it? You know, they've gone from the heartbreak at SI against G2, and then they had a tough one in SI 2020 going out at group stages, and they've just seemed to decline a little bit, but they've been doing a lot of work in the background and way to cement your yes.
Definitely so. Well, we're going to talk about Team Empire more in detail. We'll have a whole half-hour segment dedicated to all of the teams. Don't you? We're going to have a lot of fun with that. But that was the November Major. Now, another very important event happened in January. That was the EU League Finals for 2020. And oh boy, there will be so much to talk about in detail about our top 2 teams there again. First, a quick recap. Man, look, I gotta say, that was a hell of a map one with max OT.
4 and 6 pellets, it is so hard. 4 to 6 sets, or 4 to 6, I suppose. Little time to play with here, but they're going to have to go for it. The frag comes out, but as soon as he's let go of it, LM is putting a few bullets into his skull. Down goes Uno, and like that, they're walking into the slaughter here, G2. It's the same once again. You've got Shaiko holding the corridor, and they've been absolutely shut out of this round. And that puts Pengu all alone. They have someone jumping in from one side. Another sees him in the corridor. Pengu gets one down to Shaiko. Another one goes into a frostmat. He's got to kill Bride. He's planted, brother. Just go for him. If you can see him, you can see his head over the top of the table. Just shoot him. The double shotgun kill. It's a triple kill for him in this round. Can he shoot that anymore? He gets the quad. They close it out. Virtue has got to do it all by himself here if he wants to keep this one going. He finds one, picking off Ren Shearer from above, but he has got work to do. Can he see the man going for the plan? He sees the feet. He sprays. He puts it down. Why has he just won that? Virtue downing him at the last second wins it out. Unbelievable with a few bullets to the toes. We'll go into map number 2. After once again, he strikes down Shaiko, sorry. Uno with 2 kills coming out. Can he find the third? No, it's Bride to clutch it out.
We desperately want one assist to the name, and there we go.
Shaiko looking through Boiler, and they're just saying, we dare you to step forward. Please do try. And it's Rafal to collect both kills.
Both teams have been give and take on this particular map. I think on theme parts it was a little bit more clear cut to me. Now I don't know how to feel about Oregon. Line of defense to the back of the Rafal. As far as I know, yeah, you know it's a pinch push that you do every time you attack, and if you hit your shots, you're likely to win.
Oh my god. BDS have thwarted their onslaught. They have dealt with it well. That puts us at 1 apiece. And Coastline coming up next is going to be an absolute bloodbath.
A front touch either from the roof.
Dangerous donut is the way we often describe it. I think it was a flu catcher. She named it.
Damn.
Ooh, good night.
The mark of a round, if they haven't pushed above, then you're meant to go back to site. Really good, but so is the C4. This is dangerous. This is powerful.
Gets finished off. It's getting pretty dicey. One goes down. The defuse being stuck is Pengu, hoping to contest this angle, but Rafal goes for the long shot. He jumps out.
We'll let you do so, but we'll also focus on getting our verticals.
Feels like out of the window one comes, and he called it. That's the diffuser. Oh, they've come in a spot where if he can now hold near this, there's got to be a massive recovery effort or a push for the kill. And BDS take Map number 3, Clubhouse, to come next.
Claymore are sitting above or a drone. Uno knows about it.
Blown to smithereens as they walk through is unbelievable. But here comes the plan.
Loving G2 on this map. They're looking a lot more coordinated than I saw them on previous maps. G2 is playing fantastic. Last time BDS, they didn't deal with this from below, but Citizen hyped him up.
1, 2, yes, he gets them both. We're going into towards the back end of round 7, averaging nearly 2 kills a round. Shaiko has arrived to the party, mind you. He's arrived late, but he's bought his own drinks and his own bullets to bring down one. Isolated into a corner. Should put them on top here. Rafal left to go for a fight. It's a little bit messy. Him and Citizen can't hit each other, for God's sake, until he pulls out the pistol and connects it. G2 take Clubhouse, and guess what, Jess? G2 and BDS are going to map 5. Unbelievable. But now the plan's coming in. Surely with all those C4s, boys, you find something.
So it's sort of a ring of rosy. That
No one's below with the C4. Shaiko's holding this one down.
and maybe they had some UTMs on it. I didn't manage to see.
High ground, so no matter what happens, if you get a C4 out here, you probably don't find it. Oh my word, even found Rafal pushing down and finding 2 kills. Nothing else. Breeday's going for it. Citizen with a pre-play C4 makes it all too easy. Down goes Breeday, and now Rafal has got to step in. He's gunned down by Virtue. This round is looking done and dusted. G2 in full control here. Uno almost going down. C4 at the window from Uno. All of their maps so far. On the other side, you're looking towards Citizen again, doing big work, and Virtue being Mr. Consistent. Rotation coming out of Breeday. Not enough to be able to contest him. He finds one. Can he get the next? He's already gone at this point, I think. In fact, Pengu's outside. He's got the plan down. He wins the gunshot onto Breeday. Rafala's got it all to do in the space of about 25 seconds. He's all that stands between G2 and that title of best team in Europe. 1 versus 2. He has no idea. There's one, the Repel. Sprayed out down to about a third of his HP. He's going to try and stick the defuse. Kanto comes up, hits him into the dirt. G2 are now the undisputed best team in Europe.
From reforming their entire roster after SI 2020 to league champions in January of 2021, G2 have gone through a lot through the past year. So successful, so good from the squad, Fluke.
That was it. I think it was just a hell of a final. It's these two teams, whenever they butt heads, it's always amazing, but you have to look at how G2 played that. They were in the sweet position, they pulled it back. Citizen having the end of a season of his life, Virtue putting big toe-biting plays into place. It's what you've always kind of wanted to see from G2, and it was the perfect time for them to do it.
Yeah, it was a perfect time indeed, but I have to mention, and I have to stress this, if only Breeday was like a centimeter further back on that plant, it would have been a 3-0 for BDS right there. They managed to pick the 2 maps up after Team Buck, and after that it all went downhill, unfortunately for them, but it was a true grand final.
A true grand final indeed, and that ended in G2 again victorious. BDS always there in the final, able to at least win one of the 3 major events that we had throughout the year. Invitational coming in May, cannot wait for that. But we're talking about the top teams right now. I want to take a second to talk about some of the top players, 3 specifically, that we've seen. A lot of talent has been developing over the past year, and